Hi, this is Jim Seamus.
And Andrew Matheson for double coverage, our Week 6 previews.
It's starting to get hotter having these two hands.
Yeah, you can't really get them up, can
Yeah,
you? You gotta
no.
get both of them up.
Yep.
Yeah, we got, 7 games on tap for Friday and Saturday
A
this
lot.
week. And we got 2 buys. Come on, dog. This is a division-winning baseball team here.
All right.
What?
Okay, let's get into this bad boy.
Take it off.
Okay.
We got-
Boston. Go Boston.
G play, Gablin Division, LSL, visiting Watsonville to take on Monte Vista Christian. Monte Vista looking to snap a 3-game losing streak, longest losing streak they've had since 2009. They haven't lost 4 in a row since 2008. So they're looking to bounce back after last week's big loss to Monterey.
You wanna help me make my decision this week?
No.
Why not? And what do we know really about LSL? They're a pretty good running team.
They are running the football.
And they've played people tough. They're coming off a bye week. They lost to Seaside 2 weeks ago.
17-7. So they held their own.
They also, another good one. Let's see. I'm not seeing another good one. You know, they beat King City, they beat North County. Edge North County.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like...
And North County's not that good.
No, exactly. Now, maybe Seaside is having a little bit of down year.
They're still good, though. I mean, sticking within 10 points of them is not easy.
I don't know a whole lot about this LSL team. I'm going to be honest.
They got Lorenzo Novoa, Eduardo Valencia's their quarterback. They're really not throwing the ball.
Yeah.
They are going to run the ball. The quarterback is going to run the ball. They've had 3 different guys lead the team this year with Novoa.
Yeah, you meant Javier Lopez also helping the cause.
Yeah. Monterey County Herald John Devine mentioned that Ricky Muniz, who ran for about more than 700 yards last season, came back this year, had a knee injury during the preseason jamboree. He hasn't played. He wondered last week if he was going to come back, and he didn't. So I'm wondering if Muniz is getting close to maybe returning, possibly for this game. We don't know, of course.
That's kind of a big thing.
That would be big. I mean, first game from a knee injury.
Yeah.
I don't know how big it's going to be, but it is kind of an unknown factor, I think, that they might have to take into consideration.
Monte Vista, advantage, playing at home. I always do that every week. But I've been struggling of late. Struggling to put some points on the board against tougher competition. Something to tell me I maybe just lean on LSL.
Really?
Yeah.
Oof.
I don't know.
Monte Vista did give up 213 yards last week on the ground to Monterey, but Monterey is a pound it, grind it football team. I like Monte Vista to bounce back and snap a 3-game losing streak. I thought they played well. I didn't get to see Monterey game, but I thought they played well against Salinas in the loss. And Salinas goes out and beats Hollister, so
I'm a fan.
That's a good loss, I guess. But I like Monte Vista bouncing back. They have another running back apparently, Casey Dawes, who led the team last week. He's another guy who's led the team in the rushing game this last week.
LSL won last year's meeting, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to play it safe and go with the Trojans.
I'm going to play Monte Vista to get their first win over LSL in 6 meetings. Next up on the slate, Friday night, 7:30 p.m. at Watsonville High, Pajaro Valley, still looking for their first league win in so many seasons, taking on Gilroy and the Brandon Boyd train coming into Watsonville.
You are a Red Sox fan, right?
Wait.
No. I'm just saying.
Yes, I am.
Oil Can Boyd, right?
Of course.
Brandon Oil Can Boyd.
There you go.
That seems like a more fitting nickname. No one could bring this guy down. You know?
Like an oil can.
Yeah, he's slippery. You put oil on your
There
jersey.
you go. All right, yeah.
1,500 yards rushing.
Yes.
Come on, stay with me.
No, I'm with you.
Doing the hand point to you. Look, you got to look.
Week 5.
There you go. Week 6. All right. 1,500 yards rushing, 18 touchdowns. Since Gilroy's lost to Monte Vista Christian, they've outscored opponents 125-14.
Yeah.
They're on a roll. They've got it figured out. They're playing some defense. Granted, their wins over Gonzales and Watsonville, but Watsonville's pretty good. I don't know a whole lot about Gonzales, so I'm just going to say
Gonzales not good.
That Gilroy is going to hand a loss to Pajaro Valley.
Yeah, Boyd, 5'10", 200 pounds. He just keeps the feet moving, though. His season low in a game right now is 222 yards. 242 yards. I don't want to sell him short. Against Sobrato in I think the first game of the season. Otherwise, he's been over 300 yards a game ever since. He is on pace to eclipse 3,000 yards this season.
He's pretty good. He's really good, isn't he?
He is really good.
Yeah.
We're past the midway point in the regular season, and he's still averaging 11.2 yards carry right now. So the kid's a beast.
Okay,
He's a man-child.
But the thing is, David Munoz can pass a little bit too.
A little bit.
9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
Lull to sleep with Brandon Boyd. Bam, over the top.
Yeah.
So
Cantrell, and we always talk about Cantrell. He's getting on pace a little bit too.
Aguilar's a stud too.
Yeah.
Medina. I mean, they could run, but
yeah.
Can they maintain possession and keep Gilroy off the field? I'm not seeing it happen, but
I don't think so. They've lost 2 in a row. I think it's going to be 3 in a row for the Grizzlies.
All right. Boom, shakalaka.
Easily the biggest game of the night, or at least the one we're going to hype the hell out of.
Yes.
Scotts Valley in their league opener.
Yes.
Way to join the club, Scotts Valley. Visiting Soquel the Knights at 7:30 p.m. Friday night. 1 versus 3 in the power poll.
Yes.
I mean, we were thinking preseason wise, we were thinking 2 and 3 perhaps in the league.
Yes, that was early on, and
so they're very close.
Yes,
and they're near the top.
I'm gonna stop saying yes.
Let's hype it. Let's go.
I'm hyped.
Hype.
Like hyped up. Yeah, that's it. That's why. You want to hear more about
sure? Let's
so and so matches up and well. Okay, you want to break it down? Defensive secondary edge here, linebacker edge.
Well, they're both going to run the ball. We know that.
They're both playing solid defense this year.
Yes.
I think that Scotts Valley has the edge up front with the line. They have a veteran offensive line.
Sure.
And clearly they've shown they could run the ball with Renberg, Jake Renberg, and Willie Johnston, right?
Can I add one thing real quick?
6 touchdowns?
6 touchdowns for Mr. Two Shoes, which was a school record, by the way.
Okay.
His 66 points in the season, he is on pace to break the school record as well, set by Kyle Hardwick. Mr. Renberg on pace to set the school record for rushing.
Nice.
Surpassing Colin Corbella. Right now, still early in the season, but we're at the midway point, so we can actually say these things.
I'm doing like by special Richard Nixon type thing.
Sure.
Dirty Dick with Willie Two Shoes saying, I am not a crook. 3 interceptions last week.
There you go.
He is a crook.
2 return for touchdowns.
I know. So 6 touchdowns. We mentioned that last week. 6 touchdowns. You're the man. But now who's the bigger man? I know Renberg is physically bigger.
Yeah.
But this team is incredibly balanced with their backfield options.
Sure.
So I like that. Soquel is equally deep in its offensive backfield.
They have like 5-6 guys that they can run the ball with.
You've heard them every week. We got nicknames for every one of them. We're going to spare you the nicknames. Ryan Canavan, Isaac Moreno, and Daniel Fisher.
Oh, I want to say all the nicknames.
Oh, don't. And Ty Seager and Corey Seager are also getting in the mix.
Sure. Mr. Seager also leading the team in picks, by the way.
I think it's important. These two teams know each other so well.
Yeah.
I think it's very important that Emilio Eckelbarger is going to have to pass once or twice. He's thrown 3 straight games with a touchdown pass. I know that didn't make sense, but you get the point.
He's throwing 3 touchdown passes in as many games.
Yes, and they are going to force. Thank you. And they're going to force him to pass.
Yeah,
and he's going to have to complete a couple of those.
Yeah, they're going to have to stretch the field a little bit.
So Kel's going to try and keep Scotts Valley off the field with its ball control offense.
Yeah.
Whereas Scotts Valley may feel like it's talented enough to win 41-7 every time. It's always a 28-14, 21-14 type game.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing more of the same. I'm seeing Scotts Valley 28-14, 28-21. A nice tight victory.
I think it could be a little bit larger.
Okay.
Just maybe a little pull in the end.
2 touchdowns.
I think Scotts Valley might have a decent lead. I think at some point it might get a little bit closer at points, but yeah, I mean, just the way they're playing right now, I feel like Scotts Valley, with Renberg and Johnson, we mentioned them. Yeah. Do you think Lobo's gonna have to step up, or do you think Renberg and Johnson are strong enough?
Really? Yeah. I mean, he's gonna have to throw a little bit.
Oh yeah,
mix it up. But
yeah.
I don't see the pressure.
Not as much as Eckelbarger.
Yeah, I think there's more pressure on Soquel's quarterback in this game. Just the way these teams defense each other.
Sure.
Then anyway,
Scotts Valley. Yeah. I like the Falcons. Final game on the schedule for Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Watsonville. Looking to build upon last week's win over North Monterey County. Going down South County and Monterey County, that is, to take on North Salinas at Rabobank Stadium. Yes. Which is a brand new. It's a fancy name for the Salinas Sports Complex.
Looks nice though.
No.
Yeah.
I'm making fun.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do with the out of town teams. But this could be a legit North Salinas team. They're coming off a big win over Christopher.
Yes.
Christopher, from what I heard, was kind of like the preseason favorite to win the Pacific Division.
Yes. They
go right in. They beat them 29-15. They're running the ball. They're throwing the ball. They're averaging 43 points and 430 yards per game the last 3 weeks.
Which team did not deserve to be in the NBL Pacific Division last year?
Seaside.
Okay, I think North Salinas is that team this year.
Really?
Yeah, they're just kind of standing out. They've won 4 straight games.
Sure.
Beat Soledad, Santa Cruz, Paro Valley, and last week Christopher.
Yeah.
All things go. We've talked about them more than usual for an out-of-town team with Justin Gutierrez at quarterback. They're returning 3-year starter.
Yeah.
They have Tristan Benavides in the backfield. They mix it up. They play solid defense. They do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah.
Saw some highlights of them last week, and they look sharp.
Yeah, and I think in prior shows, I've always kind of said like, oh, the Vikings are a run-first football team. Because that's just all whatever I've ever remembered. Watching Steve Zang coach, and they like to run the football. Yeah. But now, they're throwing the ball, they're running it, they're playing defense, they're doing everything.
Yeah.
They have a 4-game winning streak right now. That's their longest winning streak since the year 2008.
Nice.
And they won the TCAL that year. So things are looking up for North Salinas. Right now, Watsonville's kind of struggling to score some points.
A little banged up at quarterback.
Quarterback. Nick Carrillo went out 2 weeks ago, and Marvin Scott filled in last week as well. Ran for a touchdown, but didn't have as nice of a week as he did the week before. But, they did get a boost out of Alex Azevedo. He had a career high, almost 200 yards rushing, I think 187.
Yeah, Alexa Munoz is a nice option for them as well. So.
Yeah, so they're a little banged up, though. But
yeah, they are.
I don't know if they're going to be. I mean, this is the wrong time to play North Salinas, it seems like.
I don't know at any point of this stage of league what would be a right time.
Well, maybe if like the first game of the season.
I know you're healthy, this and that. They are. Watsonville is banged up in the offensive backfield. They could play some pretty good D, but I don't see them doing it this week against North Salinas.
All right, that does it. By the way, I just got to look at myself in the monitor, and I realized that I kind of rock a Fernando Rodney look. I'm probably just as good of a closer as he is, too.
Yes.
That does it for this week's episode.
Not if this is any indication.
Friday's games, our preview games. Check us out. Saturday's games as well. Aptos and Harbor on buys this week, so we won't even be talking about them. If you can't stand both those teams, you've come to the right place. You can check us out on Twitter, like us on Facebook, download the Google Play app, download the iOS app. What else?
I'm going to point back to Twitter again.
Point back to Twitter. Oh, and Tout.
And Tout.
How did we not forget about Tout?
Because it's not working so hot right now. And Tout.
You can read all of our stories online at santacruzsentinel.com/football.
Football!
We need to do this one over again. That was atrocious.